Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Million Dollar Speaker Podcast. Hi, I'm Arvee Robinson. I'm the Master Speaker Trainer, international speaker, and author of Speak Up, Get Clients. And this podcast is all about what makes you a million-dollar speaker. And I have a really good one for you today because today we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly about public speaking. So, first of all, let's start with the good, shall we? The good. The good is that you have a message to share that only you can share to people that can only hear it from you. And that message will change someone's life, their business, or even their soul. So it's really important for you to get your unique message out there because people are waiting. They're waiting to hear it. They're waiting to have it in their suffering. So again, you have that message to share that only you can share. So get it out there. That's the good. And that message will have a huge impact on the lives of its listeners. Let me just give you a little example. So a few months ago, I had this opportunity to speak at this book expo, and I spoke there 2 years prior. And so I'm driving to the location. I'm all ready to go, all dressed up, all ready to go. And I get this text from the individual that put it on. And she said, "Oh, your time is going to be cut to 10 minutes." Now, I originally had 20 minutes. And in that moment, I thought to myself, should I cancel? Now, I've never canceled a speaking engagement in my life, but I was just like, really? What's going on? So I decided I was all dressed up, ready to go. I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter. 10 minutes, 20 minutes. So I got there and there really wasn't much of an audience. It was only vendor booths and, people selling books. But I was gracious and I went to all the booths and I bought things and all of that, and participated and we had a really lovely time. Now this was in the morning and I learned that I wasn't even going to go on until 2 in the afternoon. Now, right before 2 in the afternoon, there was another break. It's like every so often there was about a 20-minute break so that people could go and guest and visit the vendors. But the only people that were there were the vendors. So by the afternoon, they have gone to each other's booth 3 and 4 and 5 times. And so as the coordinator walked by, I just asked her, I said, you know what? Maybe we could cut this break short and you can give me my 10 minutes back. And she thought about it. She said, sure, why not? There was nothing going on that we needed a 20-minute break. So she gave me the 10 minutes back. I got up, I did my thing, right? I did a speech about speak up, get clients, how to sell more books, and did a demonstration. It was just fabulous. And then afterwards, I got off the stage and this young woman comes up to me and she tells me that she came the year before and bought one of my books. She gave it to her father who has dementia and her father lost the book and he was heartbroken. So of course I gave her a book for herself and a book for her father. And I said, do me a favor. When you give this to your father, would you do me a favor and just video it right on your phone and let me see it? And she did. And I tell you, it was the most heart-warming video that I've seen in many, many years. Just how appreciative he was and how he believed that even though he has dementia, that he could speak and he could speak to other dementia patients and give them courage. I mean, I was just floored when I saw that. And just think, if I canceled that speaking engagement, if I got an attitude and said, forget it, I'm not going to speak 10 minutes, forget it, I'm just not coming, I would not have had that experience, nor would they have had that beautiful interaction and that beautiful experience. So even though you may never find out the impact that you have on your listeners, just know that you are having an impact. And if that one lucky day comes your way, where, like my lucky day, where you do get to hear it, It will last a lifetime. That's the good. Now, the bad in the good, bad, and the ugly is the bad is most speakers, especially business speakers, are not trained. They're not trained. They think that just because they can flap their jaw, that makes them a public speaker, and it does not. So what happens is they end up boring their audience, or they end up giving way too much information, like turning on a fire hose where your listeners can't absorb it. It is awful. So don't do the bad thing. Do not step on stage without getting trained. You need to respect public speaking like you would any other industry, like you would the financial industry, the law industry, every industry that you want to be the best that you can be. Get trained and continuously. Continuous education, just like CPAs get and doctors get, et cetera, et cetera. Continuing. So don't just take one speech class. Keep going. Take all the classes that you could possibly find, because you're going to learn more and more and more until you've mastered it, and it will be automatic and you never have to worry about it. So you can turn that good into bad. Now, the ugly is really ugly. Let me tell you, the ugly is ugly. Why? Because the ugly is all about not having stories in your presentation, not building rapport with your audience. You have to build that trust and rapport if you want them to listen to you. And of course, cramming too much information down the throat. And the last one that makes it ugly is not having a call to action, or what I call an invitation. That's an invitation to take the next step with you. That's an invitation to get more training. It's an invitation to stop their suffering. You need to give your audience a way to get more of you, a way to work with you. Otherwise, it is just a sin. You might as well not even get up there and speak, because you would be doing more harm than good. So make sure that you're trained, make sure that you have a call to action and invitation, because you have a very important message to share that will change lives. So that's the good, bad, and the ugly of public speaking. I hope you join me for my next podcast next week. This is Arvee Robinson saying bye for now.